Hello everyone, my name is Joe Brigette. I had the pleasure of speaking with Heath Miller today, better known as WWE superstar Heath Slater. He had some very big news that he was very excited about, so without further ado, let's take it away to Heath. What is the big news you have right now for me?
Oh man, in August, opening up a school in Atlanta, Georgia, called Face to Face Wrestling.
Now, what made you think about the name? Like, how did you come up with face-to-face wrestling out of all the names you could have come up with?
Just to me, because that's exactly what you do in the wrestling business. Like you get face to face, you're standing corner to corner, with your opponent, but you're looking right side. So to me, I always felt face to face like a good name. Even back when I was a kid, I always thought there should be a pay-per-view called face to face, stuff like that. But if I can have a school named after that, to me, I think it's awesome. I don't know. It's a little concept. I mean, other people might be like, "Oh man, it's stupid," But to me, I just think it grasps everything about wrestling.
That makes sense too. And I gotta ask you, I mean, I've heard this rumor. You can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but if it is true, I'm very intrigued on this. The facility is a little over 7,000 square feet. Can you confirm or deny that?
No, yeah, it is 72,000 square feet. And we have
Lord.
offices, locker room, promo cutting area, a media room to watch tapes. Yeah, it's legit.
Now, I haven't heard of another facility like this other than the Performance Center with the WWE. I mean, no facility out there has this much right away when you walk in the door. What all is going with this? So what made you decide to go with all these features right out the gate?
Well, I mean, why not? Because we're going to have to all have that. I mean, we're going to have like a strength and conditioning coach as well, and a nutrition, So, I mean, it's like I'm trying to give like the students to come in every aspect of what you have to do, what you need to do, and I'm gonna be brutally honest with you too, because I'm just a stand-up guy, and I'll just tell you how it is. But I'm just gonna let them know, you got to get in shape, you got to be good at everything you can do. I want to create like a total package, So that's like my whole game plan behind this. We got enough room to do it. We're gonna have rings, nutritionists, massage therapists coming in to help them out if they get hurt, stuff like that. So I'm just trying to make sure I can give them everything that they can have.
Well, that makes sense too. And I mean, you mentioned the professional strength and conditioning coach. Who's going to be working with you in that field?
I mean, we are working with Beast Factory and the owner, Coach Bobby, in order to, to further enhance their students and their growth and everything. And like a lot of facilities, they don't offer that. And thank God I've got a lot of friends too, that will help me out, scratch my back out, scratch your side.
Exactly. I mean, you've now got this situation going on where you're with the WWE. You're on the road all the time, multiple days in a given week. So as a result of that, you're going to be there a lot, but who's going to be there running the day-to-day when you're not there as a lead trainer?
Well, I mean, my trainer that I got trained by, Mr. Hughes, he's going to be there, full time, because he gave me the tools to succeed, and I trust him, and I trust his, how he trains and everything like that. And we're also going to be having guys like, Teddy Long, Ron Simmons. For the women, we had Dad coming in, to help them out. I mean, so, we're going to have a whole range of guys stopping in, guys helping train, guys being there, that's how every one of the students will have every knowledge that they want, from promos to big moves, flips, just anything.
Now, Curtis Hughes has trained many of people, but you're also talking about two Hall of Famers for the WWE and Teddy Long, who's literally done it all in the business but be in the ring wrestling. And then you have Ron Simmons, who's known as Farouk, of course, in the WWE for those who don't know, but he's also done it all. He's been the first black world champion in history when he won the World Heavyweight title back in the 90s, but then also as a tag team champion in the WWE. And then former women's champion Jazz, who's also had success against the men as well. So you have a badass there for the girls to work with, just as much of badass as guys there to help the guys out each time. So you're telling me you have Hall of Famers on your resume of these guys coming in to work with?
Yeah, of course. I ain't gonna tell you if I didn't have them, man.
So you're not screwing around with this thing either, Heath. You're coming in right away full force, literally from the get-go, well-trained facility, right away, 7,000 square feet. Along with that, you have Hall of Famers and badasses all over the place to help you out.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, you know, I mean, if you come to the school, you're going to get, you know, the best you can get to see. You know, like, flat out. If the kids want to make it to WWE, you know, and they're not ready for NXT yet, stop on by, man, because I'm going to teach you and the staff's going to teach them, you know, as much as they need to teach them.
Now, obviously, you're not going to be there all the time, but these guys will be. And when you come in, you're going to be helping them out a great deal. But can you tell me a little bit about the face-to-face wrestling training program you're going to employ immediately?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Stepped off the party over shit. Yes, absolutely I can. When we are coming up with the program, I mean, you know, to truly benefit new and up-and-coming wrestlers, we wanted to, you know, ensure them that we're not taking their money or putting them through, like, these short programs that a lot of other people do and everything. So we developed, like, a 3-tier program, you know, and made it like a lifetime membership. Get what I'm saying?
I got it.
Okay, so the program focuses like on a 13-week, 14-week of training to get the wrestlers prepared and ready to start, you know, like getting them knowing what they can do. And then it's like tier 2 is more like an additional 4 months, and the program offers continuing education and uses the facility. We also, you know, have like speaking to local promoters in order to get the students booked on independent shows and stuff like that, you know, so they can get out there and get comfortable in front of the crowd. We want them to get exposed and learn firsthand. You know, it'd just be a great way to get their feet wet, you know, in the business, you know, type of deal. And then like tier 3 kicks in after like 7 months, and it allows the use of the facility and the coaches. However, not during the standard classes for the, you know, beginners that's in there, but they can still come in and help out even if they want, you know. So that the new trainers have full access to all of the facility has to offer without being, you know, over crooked, you know, and all that stuff, you know. So like we have this 3-tier program, and pretty much 13 weeks is the first tier. After that, it's additional 4 months. Use the facility, you know. Do whatever you want to do, come freely. Then the 3rd tier kicks off after like 7 months and allows the facility and the coaches, however, not, you know, during the standard classes to take away from the beginning.
Now, that's a pretty good program to me because you're having a tier program basically trying to ensure there won't be too many overcrowded. And it's not overcrowded either, because when you're coming in as a school, you want to make sure that when you're starting right away, you're not going to be in there with people that aren't on the same level you're on. And so, you know, I don't want to come in with someone who's got 7 months training in when I'm stepping foot in the door. I mean, it's good for them to be in there to help out, but I want to know coming in right away, I'm not going to be feeling overshadowed.
And you won't be.
So it makes me feel good to know that at least a school like this is giving me an opportunity as a trainee in this case to come in knowing I'm good to go. Now, how often are you going to be personally at face-to-face?
As much as I can. You know, I mean, 100% as much as I can. I live in Charlotte, school's in Atlanta. I can either fly in or I can just drive 3.5 hours to get there. No biggie to me. But, like, literally, like you said, I'm really busy with WWE and everything like that. And, you know, where they say I have to go. So, whenever I have, you know, off time, I'll definitely make my way down there and hopefully, you know, shed more knowledge on the students.
Now, we've spoken about everything happening at the school, from Hall of Famers being helping out in training, from the facility being huge, to everything involved in the facility, to the training program itself. But how much is it going to cost someone right away to come into face-to-face wrestling?
$4,000. And we are offering a 10% discount for anyone attending the inaugural class that starts on August 9th this year. Because, like, I've researched the pricing of most other schools, and it seems, you know, competitively priced since face-to-face wrestling offers so much more, why keep the price near what all the other schools charge, you know?
That is a massive announcement by Heath. Over 150 years of experience is on his training staff right now. That's a cool thing to me. And the fact is, too, you learn from a great strength and conditioning coach. Nutrition's going to be taught here as well. Combined with that, you're part of a major facility. I mean, really, what can come close to that right now on the world scale today? There's nothing, really, that's not connected to another major company, at least. And the cool thing is, all you have to do to sign up is go to face2facewrestling.com right now and do so. If you are part of the first 48 people to sign up, you get a 10% discount off your tuition, which is quite a lot of money. On top of that as well, if you're not from the Atlanta, Georgia area, you can get housing assistance from the Face-to-Face Wrestling staff. Be part of the action and help change the face of wrestling for years to come.